Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Gear Chronicle deck profile for March 2015. It's a pretty sweet deck. Gear Chronicle is the newest clan that we got with the Generation Stride booster pack, so I thought I'd just bring you guys a deck profile. So let's go ahead and get started. For Stride units, I run 2 Chronos Command Dragon. This card is basically your heavy hitter. He can return all your opponent's rear guards to the bottom of their deck with a counter blast of 2, a soul blast of 2, and discarding a card. So it really puts pressure on to guard this attack if they have a lot of rear guards. And your main Stride unit, I run 4 Ragnarok Dragon. His ability is pretty much, you have to have 2 face-up cards in your G-Zone. When he attacks, you can counterblast 1 and choose a face-up card named Ragnarok in your G-Zone. Turn it face up. And if you have 2 in your G-Zone or more after you use the effect, your opponent cannot guard with grade 0s until the end of the turn. So it really makes your opponent use their perfect guards, to block this attack, because he also gets an extra critical, putting a lot of pressure. And I also run 2 Mystery Flare Dragons at the moment. Probably going to swap them to either 2 more Chronos Command or the new promo we got, which bounces a card to the bottom of the deck. But for now, this is, just trolley card to run. Good card to go for first, either way. And then for the main part of the deck, I run 4 Chrono Jet Dragons. Probably your main grade 3 of the deck. When he is stridden over, you can counterblast 1 to choose one of your opponent's rear guards to put it on the bottom of the deck. And his Generation Break ability is a Generation Break of 2. When this unit attacks until the end of the turn, it gets plus 5,000. Your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater from their hand to guard. So with Ragnarok and Chrono Jet, you really mess with what an opponent can guard with at a specific time of the game. And then I also run 3 Fate Wheel Dragon and 1 Steam Maiden Alul. Pretty much, just like to change it up a little bit. Fate Wheel's nice with his ability of returning a unit to the bottom of the deck for a Counter Blast of 1 and a Soul Blast of 1, a grade 1 unit, so you can either hit one of their starters or, viable boosters. And his other ability is Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do until the end of that battle, your opponent cannot call grade 0s from their hand to the guard circle. And then Steam Maiden Alul is pretty nice just for that power boosted ability of hers, just for, different strategies. And then for grade 2s, I run 4 Steam Fighter Amber. This card has the ability of Generation Break 1. When he is boosted, you can counterblast 1 to choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards to put him on the bottom of the deck. Just good field clearing ability. You can take away interceptors before this attack finishes, so your opponent has to guard with more cards from their hand. So he's very optimal in the deck. Plus, I also run 4 Smoke Gear Dragon. 10k vanillas are just, very viable now. Good ride targets early game, so your opponent can't attack you with 3 rear guards if it's just a 9k unboosted. So very nice. And I also run 3 Twin Mazer Dragon. This is the 12k for a Generation Break of 1. Very easy just to hit 12k numbers in this deck with all the stride that you can pull off. And for grade 1s, I run 4 Steam Maiden Arlim. This is the perfect guard in which if you have one in the drop zone, you can flip a card from your damage zone and face up. And this deck is very counterblast heavy, so this card really comes in handy. And I also run 4 Steam Breath Dragon. This is your stride enabler for the deck. It pretty much counts as the whole cost for the stride by discarding this unit. Or you can call it to rear guard. Choose a grade 3 from your hand and reveal it. Then search your deck for a Chrono Jet, add it to your hand, and then discard 1 card. So you can get the better optimal grade 3 to your hand for your plays. Plus, I also run 4 Mazer Gear Dragon, 8k booster. Just really good with Fate Wheel and just boosting overall. And 2 Brazewing Dragon. This is the 10k attacker. Pretty good boosting and, just another viable grade 1 in my opinion. And then for grade 0s, the starter, I won 1 Gunner Gear Draco Kid. This ability is Counterblast 1, put into your soul, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle the deck. It's a Generation Break 1, just so you can get more stride, grade 3s for next turn, so you'll have a unit to stride with. And then 8 Crit for Datasig and 4 Meshta. And then for heal triggers, Uluru and 4 Lucky Pot Draco Kid. So yeah, it's a fun deck. Definitely going to change it up once set 2 comes out. We're getting a lot more support, including stride units, triggers, and other grade 1s and 2s for the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.